California, just down the road from where the Oscars are happening, and horrible things are going down. Black people are being omitted from the record. Harmontown is now in session. My name is Jeff Davis, your comptroller. I'm happy to be back. Let's bring up Spencer Crittenden. Schrab. The mayor of Harmontown, Dan Harmon. Hello.
It's weird coming out so early.
Yeah. So we're bringing Schrab out at the top.
I started looking at vines and I was like, oh shit.
The Bible tells us, Dan, don't keep your light under a bushel.
All right.
Bring the Schrab out as soon as possible.
The kids like them.
You love him too, Dan. No. Come on.
Historically, more often than not, but
Okay,
it's been a long time.
Yes.
What
what would that graph look like from like what? 1991? Okay, we'll go on to yours. Do it.
So there'd be some valleys and some peaks. I mean, same as any friendship.
Okay.
Do you think
that
right
was the
now
potential of that setup? And,
Are you pretend I said this before he just said that. Are you feeling a Schrab peak or a Schrab valley right now?
I don't know. I just lost an Oscar to that fucking movie about the kid's brain.
The Big Short?
Let me tell you something about Pixar movies. They have like 8 million people making them. If all of them vote for who gets an Oscar, that's how they do it. Okay? Like 8 people worked on my fucking sweatshop movie. For 3 years, we moved puppets a millimeter at a time. That movie was about adults eating pussy in a hotel room. It was about the futility of monogamy. It was about our obsession with the other and the human condition. Pixar's fine. Stop giving them shit. Don't encourage them. Scare them. They will do better movies. When they made Toy Story, they were scared. They were scared it would be bad. So they made it amazing. Toy Story 3. They were scared it was going to be as shitty as Toy Story 2. So it was great.
Wait a minute. You thought Toy Story 2 was shitty?
I've never seen it. I thought they thought it was. I've obviously misread the zeitgeist.
Dan, I'm so sorry. You worked really, really hard on that movie.
I executive produced.
You worked so hard on that.
You were
movie.
there with your sleeves rolled up every day. Moving.
If there's one thing I know, when Dan's involved with anything animated, he rolls up his sleeves and just is like, "What can I do to help? What do you need? You need a sandwich? You need some water? You need any kind of snacks? I know it's 2:00. I know we don't fill the refrigerator here at Starburns, but I'm here. We'll take care of it. You guys miss your wives and children. What can I do? What can I do? What can I do? Dan, what can I do? Harmon, what can I do for you animators? What can I do for you? Working on something that my name goes before your name. Harmon, what can I help you? How can I help you? Work for me. What can I do? What can I do? Does your eyes hurt? Does your
Spoken like an animator.
Does your
eyes hurt?
Does your eyes?
I'm from Cartoonatown.
Yep, there you go.
I don't know that everything starts with a script. I was making the script better for your cartoon.
Yes.
People
yes.
go. You can't just draw a picture and have people go.
What were you writing when you did Schrab asshole? Huh? What were you writing?
You were being very mean to me.
Well, justified. This sucks.
Well, anyways, you're catching me on theft night, and here's the thing. Now it's just gonna sound like I'm contradicting.
Do your eyes hurt?
Yeah, and do they hurt in the first act, and do you cross a threshold into a world where they hurt in a different way?
You were really right. This is what you were doing. Well, never mind. Anyway, go on. You obviously wrote something there. Let's see what happened. Let's see what you got. Let's see what you got writing.
What are you talking about?
You're looking at.
I always look. I just have a little set list here. Mm-hmm. Anyways,
you wrote it. Okay, so I'm right.
What was I saying?
You were stolen.
Story structure.
Oh, right. Oh, so here's the thing. Pixar, racist. And that's the thing, is that I said, I called Chris Rock, and I said, because he's sitting back there with the envelopes, and I said, take us out of there. Just get us out of there. Like, I don't feel comfortable.
Chris Rock,
in a year when too many fucking white people are and I said, give it to Pixar. They don't give a shit about black people. And he was like, are you sure? And I said, yeah. And he's like, and so that's the other thing about this, is that, first of all, they don't deserve it. Second of all, they're racist.
But also, I didn't realize the corruption that you could call Chris Rock up and change the way the Oscars go.
Yeah, well, you saw those ticker tapes. Everybody knows who's going to win. They had to write the. You guys saw that? They did the little teletype thing. I thought that was kind of a. I thought that was an you know.
I hated it.
Nothing different is ever going to play like. Oh, cool! That's so cool that they did that different thing. But some of the stuff, when you look at it, you go.
It reminded me of remember MySpace when there was your top 5. Back in my day, it was 5. Okay, whatever number it is, the top blank, whatever. So it's like, the people that get zing around there. I mean, it was an argument starter, is what I'm saying, back home or tomorrow morning. How come you didn't thank me on the mic?
No, that's why the teletype is genius, because it's all the shitty people that will just get mad if you don't thank them when you win an Oscar. And the old pros are like, oh, this person did wardrobe for this thing, and it's like she's been working for 30 years. She gets to have a fucking huge ticker tape that goes like, yes, stinky, stymie, poopy, toony. Yeah, you're so important, but honestly, they play you off in 10 seconds. And so let me tell my little story and make my do a little sound.
Excuse me, it's top 8, not 5. Sorry, I just have to interrupt you right there, Mr. Schrab. Actually, you're 3 numbers off. Please continue.
Fuck all of you.
All of them?
Yeah, fuck all of you.
Welcome to a special Axe Grinders edition of Harmontown.
I thought they had some cool, innovative ways to keep the Oscars shorter this year. And I could make a suggestion for next year. You could shorten. You could take a half hour off the ceremony by having a separate Mad Max award ceremony. That's a little joke I wrote in here. I didn't draw it. I wrote it.
You could really speed it up by cutting out white people. It'd be fucking speed it right up. Schrab loved that one.
Did you? What about? Here's something I will agree that they did different this year that I thought was just like, don't do that. Like when the people are standing and they're talking about the nominated movies, the way they cut to the clips, the camera. Yeah. Yeah.
Moving stuff behind it?
Yeah. Well, oh no. That's that other. That's
okay. We'll do my bit later. Okay. No. I'm
talking about the Steadicam thing where they have the presenters and then the presenters talk and then the camera move instead of them cutting to a clip. The camera would move.
Oh, I like that too.
You liked it? I thought that was horrible.
I liked it.
I hated it. I thought it looked like a.
Yeah, I liked it.
You liked it?
That was cool.
See, okay, director and writer. I just thought I was like, it just looks like.
Did you love it when all over like that visual stuff, they were typing the words over it? Feed up, Eric sips his coffee and you must have been like, fucking yeah! That's what the movie should have been like. She
smiles, looks at her keyboard and goes, ooh.
That's where the real art is.
I do. I like watching. Nobody else does, so I never get to do it except when I'm by myself. I put the closed caption on.
I forget who
I do.
I forget who the presenters were, but they did say a thing about writers, like the backbone of all films are the writers, and like
very true.
I liked that. They dealt with that nicely.
Very true. I've never said it wasn't.
Well, obviously, fraudulent Oscars this year, as I said. So,
except for Fury Road, that was pretty badass.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I think you can discount all those awards when you look across the board, whether or not the awards were distributed fairly. I think Anomalisa should have won. That's the shame, is that now we have to question every single Fury Road award.
I agree.
It's like, who are these people? What are they thinking?
Yeah, but the animation people aren't voting for the other shit.
I like that Whoopi Goldberg dressed up as Ursula from Little Mermaid. She looked like Ursula from Little Mermaid, right?
Did you guys?
Did you? Okay, go for it. It's your show. Go ahead.
There's little too much chatter. Red 2. All right, that's an original Star Wars reference.
Red Tooth. Who is Red Tooth?
Red 2.
Red Tooth.
Cut the chatter, Red 2.
All right.
Cut the chatter. Bluetooth. Is it my Bluetooth or the red one?
Wait, what the hell? What did we say before? I had to be like one of those weird pirates from the show that yells at the people for being bad pirates.
Little Mermaid.
Little Mermaid.
Whoopi Goldberg.
So Benicio del Toro. Benicio del Toro. He's like. Did you see? They did the bear bit and the thing, yeah. and then for like a solid 8 seconds, we all got to see what Benicio del Toro looks like when he's amused. Kind of stepped on the. Not a real sneeze, just sabotage. Knock, knock. Who's there? Dwayne. That's great. Keep going.
Dwayne who?
Anyways, Benicio del Toro. Benicio del Toro. When he looks.
Was it Dwayne the Chop I'm Drowning?
Yeah. All right, moving on. It's not like I have jokes on here. That was the Oscars. You got any Oscar opinions? You don't care.
Oh, no. I don't really watch the Oscars. It's all...
it's all white people. Pixar are racist.
They're just awards. It's like, what does that mean? You like what you like. Isn't that the thing that matters? Like, who cares what other people like?
Woo.
I'm not doing it for that. I just never understood it. It's like, if it's great, then it lines up with your opinion, and if it's a bunch of dumb idiots, then why do you care what they have to say?
Right, but on top of that, if someone says, hey, Spencer, come take this statue, we decided you're the most awesome person this year, are you going to tell them to go fuck themselves?
Well, I'm not in that, I don't care. I'm not in that world. I don't make things that are going to get awards.
Part of that world.
Oh, shit.
And then Whoopi Goldberg comes out and is like, I want to steal your voice. I'm going to steal your voice, mermaid.
But did you watch her stuff when she was talking? She was wandering around with the empty seats, and she's just wandering around. I was like, look at here, Whoopi Goldberg's here. Hello, Whoopi.
Is it me? Did they roll out every black person they could find to make up for the amount of non-black nominees there were?
There was a lot of
Louis Gossett Jr. was out Louis Gossett Jr.
There was a lot of attention paid to that stuff to the point where we were all in a fugue state watching it. We kept every time we saw something, we and maybe this is appropriate. We had to watch tonight's Oscars through a racial lens for every single second of it, so it didn't really matter whether they were actively doing a bit or actively being proactive about in some ham-handed way of but the bummer of that is that, for instance, if the guy that played Apollo Creed's kid is out there and he's having a good year and he's like wait, now I don't know, it's like I had to look at that and I was like, wait, who's who and what moves and what is part of a facade and what is part of an actual honor,
a dedicated apology to the lack of black.
And I couldn't tell if I all I knew is that it was oppressive that I was supposed to have an opinion. I didn't know. I kind of feel like white people still haven't figured out how to respond to being called racist. I think that we still don't handle it quite. No matter what part of the spectrum we're on, we still don't handle it well.
You have declared Pixar racist for not making your movie which has no black people in it.
because calling people racist destroys them. I'm being a regular person destroy my enemies. I don't because I don't care about race. I use race to kill people. It's like if you see he's deposing me. You're racist. See? If somebody you're at dinner with somebody, you hope they would pick up the tab. They don't pick up the tab. You know, tell your friends later that they're a little racist. There's always a dot you can connect, and it's not something you can. It's not a bell you can unring. It doesn't matter if it applies. Like, lady, you're racist. Like, that's gonna stick with you for 10 minutes. Like it's a strong thing, and it's a useful thing. It's like a crowbar. Use it to open things. I lost an Oscar. Pixar's racist. I feel better. Pixar doesn't care. Black people, well, what could we do for them? Pixar's racist. I feel better.
Couldn't one of your main puppets in Anomalisa have been a black puppet?
I've just executive produced it. I didn't really work on the movie. So
interesting. Very interesting.
So
very revealing.
I definitely lost an Oscar tonight, but if you have a racial problem with the movie, I talked to Charlie Kaufman.
The real racist is Charlie Kaufman here, right? I mean, it's on record. That guy hates.
The real racist is everybody. Okay.
Rob, are there going to be any black Lego characters?
All of them. All of them.
The whole movie.
Yeah.
Black Legos.
Yeah, all of them.
That saves you a lot of money in toy manufacturing. You just make all the Lego pieces black pieces.
I'm not about the money. I get paid in fun. Like the
Spencer?
last season of Community. I'm saying I had a fun time doing it.
And you made no money.
No, I made plenty of money, but I
Spencer, would you rather be paid in money or fun?
It depends on the exchange rate. Like how much fun?
Let's say it's even. Like it's like Canada and the U.S. about like 6 years ago when it was pretty close to even.
Wait.
I'm saying the exchange rate is like $1 of fun equals $1 of money.
Fuck.
Don't examine this premise too closely.
Especially if you're the ghost of Julia Child.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Don't you add this broccoli to
What does that mean? Excuse me.
If for those of you listening,
a little red wine.
she's has a handkerchief and she's
Excuse me.
very talky audience tonight. I don't know.
They're a little chatty. But, that's okay. We have an active audience. That kind of bit us in the ass at the Chicago show. I don't know, man. We have 800 people, and it's like, and when you go to a different city, and people in cities that aren't Los Angeles, that aren't, like, jaded and numbed down and, like, cool. Like, we're all cool in L.A. Like, we were used to, and then, so then when you go to a different city, and it's like, holy shit, Harmontown's coming. Number one, that means you can fill in 800, like...
What are you talking about?
If I put a gun to your head and asked you that question, what would you say?
What a Chicago show?
The Chicago... Pretend that you have to guess, and you tell me. What Chicago show, Rob? Or your family's going to die? What do you think? It's like a jigsaw. It's a Saw movie. What Chicago show? What Chicago show? What am I talking about?
You did
There's a spinning blade.
I'm about to say you did a show in Chicago.
Okay, yes I did. And then you can do that in your head next time. That whole process.
Well, you did a show Saturday. I don't know what that is.
It doesn't matter. You're not Sherlock Holmes. You don't need to know when everything happened.
Well, this is what happens when you bring me out this early.
He brought you out. He brought you out, and he did it to fuck with me. Look at him.
so
Anyways,
I think things are going just fine.
He's a mean person. So mean.
Chicago show was weird. Okay,
Mean.
moving on.
Why was it weird?
I love Dino told a story about the greatest dream of all time called Hot Rod Parade. That was fucking fantastic. And when it was over, you hadn't paid attention to it at all, and you were like, let's just move on. I had a
That's my crap. I mean, look, I'm not. Well, yeah. So I was too drunk and too preoccupied. 800 people. If I feel like the show's not going well, I get too spun out. You know, I'm in my head. And then we saw this in the movie, the Harmontown movie. Like that's what happened on the Arizona show when we went on the road. Yeah. I was like, if I start to think like I'm failing in my job somehow, then I'll be thinking about that. Ironically, I'll be like, how do I make the show good? How do I make the show good? And while I'm saying, how do I make the show good?
Gotta work harder. What do they need? What do my people need? People are under me, are working so hard. How can I help them? I feel so responsible.
Dan, I'm back on your. I'm on your side now. I don't like what's going on.
I'm gonna give myself. I didn't get an Oscar tonight, but I'm gonna give myself an award.
Neither did I.
My therapist told me my problem is toxic shame. Like, I'm not going to feel shame by default. You're trying to provoke my sense of shame, and it's like I work hard, but I'm not going to defend myself. Nobody works harder than me.
You'll get Steve Levy to do it.
Let's bring Steve Levy out here. Ask him how hard I work.
Steve to the Levy.
I mean, hello. It was a rhetorical suggestion. I mean, I don't even know. It was like saying, let's bring the Native American out here and talk about.
Let's bring him out. Let's bring Native American person.
Hey, Steve, tell Rob tell Rob what your opinion of my work ethic.
He works harder than anybody I've ever met in my entire life.
That's true.
He's a fucking bargain, Hollywood. It's crazy. He's way better than anybody. He's the most creative person I've ever met.
You're not doing the hype man thing right now either, right? Like,
no,
this is separate. This is actual
truth.
This is
passion. I love you.
So what felt?
He said freestyle.
Freestyle. Oh no!
Like
come
the
on,
rap.
Put a pin in it, sir.
Hey,
thank you.
I have real quick. I have a question about the Chicago show I was not at. What was that beat? That awesome rap beat? Was that you, Spencer, that played that one?
No.
Who played that one? Was that Dustin?
It was probably Dusty.
Okay, because we need to get that one back because that was a goodie. I don't have that beat. It's a goodie. I need to get that one on there. Steve Levy,
yeah.
Tell us about your famous buttermilk biscuits.
Oh, yeah.
Wait. Is it clear that I work hard? Are you hearing that? Does that register?
I think you work very hard, Dan, because our friendship has fallen by the way. Because when I call you up, you're always working.
Yeah, there are people suffering because I work too hard.
Now, does that make you happy, or does that feel like a burden to you?
I'm working through it. I gotta try. I gotta do more work to deal with my attitude toward work. And this guy's the only guy.
Which guy? You pointing?
Schrab.
It's a podcast right there.
He just insinuated that I don't work hard. But because I'm working in therapy very hard, you didn't even go to therapy. My therapist
I
tells
thought you
me,
went to the same therapist, no?
Yes, we do. Not together. Although that would probably be helpful.
I'm okay paying for your couple's therapy.
Only if we can. Only if we can shoot it. Like, I want to shoot it like on video.
Be on the Harry Met Sally couch.
For real, if I pay for it, would you guys go to couples therapy and film it?
We're both paying for it already, and our therapist, who's the same therapist, she says if you want to bring someone else in. Like, I'm gonna go in with my new girlfriend just because she says, like, just as a preemptive. It's like, whoa, let's weatherproof this thing. And the therapist is like, yeah, bring anybody you want in. Bring your mailman in. If you want to.
Would you and Schrab go into couples therapy just for kicks if I paid for it?
I hadn't thought of it. You don't have to pay for it.
I want to pay for it. I mean, I want to be involved in some way.
I would. Yes,
we'll do a GoFundMe or a Kickstarter or some shit.
The thing that would be perfect that won't happen is if our therapist that we see separately. That would be great to have her on the podcast, but I know that she would never do it.
That sounds really unethical.
She would never do it. But she's too professional.
I'm quite willing to write the check for you two to be filmed going to therapy together.
All right. Okay, Steve, here's the thing.
Take your shirt off.
Just show the ladies. We got two guests that we got to bring out. So I thank you for coming out and bouncing off of this guy.
You're kicking Steve Levy off the stage?
Yeah, because delegation is part of the fucking daily shit I have to put up with. This podcast, you know, Great Minds on the History Channel. Rick and Morty. Is Community still happening somewhere? Is it on C-SPAN now? I'm probably working on that. And I'm writing like 900 things. 900 things.
Do you ever spend time, Dan, just smelling the roses, swinging in the hammock in the breeze?
You ever just kick up your feet and just relax?
See what he's doing? He's
I'm just asking.
He thinks that I'm lazy.
I'm just asking.
He thinks I'm lazy.
I'm just asking. Do you ever
How
just
insane is that? Can you?
Think I'll play some Minecraft.
He thinks I'm lazy.
You play a lot of Minecraft.
Dude, you guys are fucking nuts, man.
Dan, I'm on your side so far. Rob is being an antagonist right now.
I am.
I mean, I'm not.
Dan, I'm sorry.
I'm not proud of.
I wrote it.
I'm not proud of the fact that I work hard, so I'm not defending myself from these ridiculous, like allegations, transparently based on pettiness.
You do kick up your feet because I asked you today. You said you were going to go have brunch today, and I said you want to go out and have a drink. I said I'm going to go home and play a little Xbox. That's you kicking up your feet. That's you relaxing of a Sunday afternoon.
Just needs to just turn off the brain for a bit, just like.
I'm not.
It's just all the buzzing.
Okay. All right.
You know?
Well,
it's very therapeutic.
Yeah, because we did bits and fought with each other, we didn't talk about the KKK rally in Anaheim, or the very important Apple FBI privacy issues. You'll have to listen to some other podcast with it has a little more control over itself to get an insight into these issues. You'll have to Google it and educate yourself. I don't know. I wrote coughing and farting. Oh, that's important. All right. Before we bring our guests out. Okay, so this is an important question because this happened to me today. So I coughed and I farted. I was with my girlfriend,
right.
And I was like
simultaneously, exactly at the same time.
No, in alternate.
Was it like cough fart or is it like exactly at the same time?
Of course, at the same time because it's the old. So talking to her, and I was just like, yeah. So anyways, and it's great and. It's great to be in love and have respect for each other and to not have our opinions about each other be affected by anything. You know, like it happened at the same time. So when you cough, your cough is loudest to you. Your fart, you know you farted.
Yeah.
What you don't know is if the person is a foot away from you. If they heard the cough louder than the fart. So here's the dilemma. So this is why I always go. First, I'm going to say what I always do, and then I'm going to explain why. I always, when that happens, I go, and then I go, I farted when I coughed. The reason I do that is because what if they heard it? And I ignored it.
You want to get in front of that news cycle.
What if they heard it and they thought I was coughing to cover a fart instead of leaving the room?
Right.
I was like, the truth is, it was an accident. If I had to fart, I would have left the room and farted and come back. I would never do something like that, be dishonest and go like.
Are you saying the cough made you fart? Like it was the cough?
Of course, the cough made me fart. What do you mean? What's the alternative to that?
They could have been independent of each other.
What?
You could have coughed and farted, and they had nothing to do with each other.
What are the odds of that happening? That's insane.
Do you always cough when you fart?
No,
Or do you fart separately sometimes?
I fart separately all the time and cough separately. But obviously,
it's not that dumb of a question, then.
You guys, okay. But when
I think of a cough as more of an upper body thoracic kind of thing, and the farts being more of a lumbar and below.
Yeah, but when you get your balls groped by the doctor, he says turn left and cough.
I don't fart on them.
But I'm saying your balls are closer to your ass than your chest.
Right.
At least mine are.
humble brag.
Pics or it didn't happen, Rob.
All right.
Sorry. So when you cough, you may fart.
I can't believe this is. Am I going to find out I'm weird this way?
I have a little more core strength than you, maybe.
That's probably. I won't deny that at all. My chiropractor's all over me about my core.
Right.
But that probably is a thing.
How are you and your chiropractor doing?
I'm down to once a week, and I'm on a vitamin D prescription thanks to my doctor, and everything's going great. I've lost weight. I know it doesn't look like that, but and everything's doing great. My doctor's very happy about how my diet's going, and I'm doing great. I know I look like a big, sweaty, gross slug, and I'm saying that when I cough, I fart. When I every time I cough, I don't fart.
Right.
But I think it's insane.
Not all that glitters is gold.
All right, we could just.
Okay, so you're coughing and farting.
Well, I guess we're done with that. I feel like I don't want to.
So you coughed.
I wanted to know.
You farted in front of your new girlfriend, and what was the upshot of that?
I wanted to know because this happened today, and it made me remember that it doesn't. Regardless of how long I've been dating somebody, it doesn't matter. Regardless of who the other person is, I've always, when that happens, when I cough and I fart.
Full disclosure.
I just go, and it's like I have to make this decision in my head where I go, there's a good chance that now I'm just going to be telling a person that didn't want to know that I farted. However, to me, it's sort of like the legal system's philosophy. It's like it's better to let 10 innocent men go or 10 guilty men go free than the idea of one innocent man going to prison.
Right.
It's better to have 9 people go like, why is he always telling us when he farts after a cough, than to have one person go, do you know that fucking guy did the other day? He had to fart, so he faked a cough. He didn't get up and go away. He just fucking he thinks I'm so stupid that he can just cover his farts, and he just and he wanted me to just sit in a fart.
Did you?
I don't want anyone thinking that.
They let 10 guilty men.
They're supposed to.
They're supposed to.
We don't really approach it that way. But
they're supposed to let 10
it's better.
guilty men.
That's an American
go.
Justice philosophy that we learned in high school. The concept.
They should change that.
Dan, did you find
They're
out?
trying.
Did you find out if you were busted on the fart or not? Did you know?
Yeah, she said. Well, no, and I've done it before too. And she said again. She's like, "Why do you keep telling me when that happens?" And she said, "I didn't know you farted." And I said, "Well, I didn't know you didn't know, so I had to tell you."
That makes you a good person, though. That makes you a good...
That's what I told her.
Yeah. It also makes you a guy with no core strength.
And that's true, and I'm going to work on that. Okay, our next guests... you've probably seen these bus stop ads around for this very funny new show that's being drawn at a really, really cool, hard-working animation studio in Burbank called Starburns Industries. And you see these little ads. I don't even know what you're doing.
That was the greatest protest I've ever seen in my life.
Totally unrelated question. How old are you? Just unrelated. Totally unrelated. Wouldn't it be a great time for everyone to just go around the room and just state their age? And then the guy that just did that should go last and go. And you'd be like, whoa. That behavior, that really? You've walked the earth that long, you've made and witnessed that many mistakes.
You gotta push harder.
Oh, it's fair. What?
You gotta push harder.
This is what you do, Dan. Excuse me. This is what you do, Jeff. Yeah.
I can't make...
You have to have the...
You get the microphone real close.
You have to have the soul of a 6-year-old. It's like Thor's hammer. No one else can fuck up. Like, oh my God, he's scraping. He's like scraping the.
Shit, I am. I'm ruining this. I wasn't looking. No.
It doesn't. Obviously, it's had a few. Dings.
I just do this.
It's okay.
I just do this.
All right.
Jonah Ray's gonna be going. What the fuck, man?
What the fuck, man?
Anyways.
What the fuck, man?
I can't tell who to root for anymore.
What the fuck, man? What the fuck, man?
There's this really funny show on HBO on 11:30 at 11:30 on Fridays, and it's called Animals, and it's all your favorite comedy people doing these little sketches, and they're drawing as these like little animal people. And animal people, they're in the back going, he's never seen the show. I have, not that much, but I know they're not animal people. They're animals. I'm not going to define their show. They love working at Starburns. They think it's amazing how hard I work. They don't. I don't really talk to them, and I can't tell the difference between them. Let's bring out the creators of HBO's Animals, Mike Luciano and Phil Matarese.
Hi.
Hi, everybody.
I'm Phil. Dan, I'm
Mike.
Phil.
I was gonna say, they're gonna come out and sit, and Phil's gonna sit here, and Mike's gonna sit here.
You nailed it.
Because I'm top billed, so I always just want to make that clear off the bat. It's easier to say Mike and Phil, but I just want everyone to know when you see the credits created by. Right. It's not alphabetical.
But if you're talking to friends and everything, you can say Mike and Phil. You know, it's.
If you guys
totally
commit
fine.
to this glasses, no glasses thing, there's not going to be a problem. Like I'm always going to know from now on. Mike, Phil, easy.
And we're also different people too. So
that's
that's also the other part of it.
Looking at what my face looks like.
That's the other thing.
I don't know. Maybe that.
Take off your glasses for a second, either Phil or Mike. Okay. Now look at this shit. Come on. Are you fucking kidding me? Now imagine if they had the same haircut which they did a week ago. You know what? I don't. Fuck you guys.
Come on, Dan.
No, but it's because like I've been going to
Animals so white, Mike.
I confuse
Animals
people
so
that are
white.
way less identical than you guys. I get in trouble like all the fucking time.
This sounds like a Dan problem, then, doesn't it?
Yes, it is, and I've been honest
Not my
about
face.
that. Man, you guys have put up with a lot. I should
Thank
obviously,
you.
but I swear to God, there was one time when you guys were coming over. We were going to go to Comic-Con, and I said to my then wife, Erin McGathy, I said, they're going to be here in a half hour. You need to help me with something. These two guys fucking look the same. And she's like, come on, grow up and Google them and figure it out. And I said, okay. And then I came back in and I said, come here for a second. and I sat her and I said, you fucking tell me, give me a mnemonic device. And she was like, Phil Hat, because it was like a South by interview or something, where it was like a person, and it was like a perfect setup because it was like, so what's it like when you do the thing? And there's one of you in a single, and it's got your name, and then the other, and Aaron went, oh, go, boy. But she was like, for pride's sake, she was like, well, Phil's ears are farther up.
Yep, that's it.
And whatever she said,
higher.
we did say she was like, okay, fuck it. It was something with the ears, and whatever it was, I swear to God, like I'm not doing it as a bit. Like you guys showed up, and I looked at ears, and
We had earmuffs on.
yeah.
Hi, Dan.
Hi.
And
It's
based
cold
on
out.
ears, like did this thing where I was like, this is Mike, and you went, I'm Phil. And the ear thing. All right, so that's the end of my story. But the glasses thing is fucking great.
This is good. You got to keep them on,
I'll
baby.
try to stick to it.
All right, so for me, it's Phil, right?
I'm Phil.
You're Phil.
Yeah.
Phil, you look a little bit more like Andy Garcia than Mike.
Thank you so much.
That's how I'm gonna go along with that one for now.
That works.
You look a little bit more like Jewish Hans Gruber.
Okay. I'm not Jewish,
That's a
but
pretty
I'll
good
take
deal,
it.
too.
Well, anyway, so
Actually, no, that fucks me up because you guys both look like Jewish Hans Gruber. I take it back. You're Andy Garcia. You're not Andy Garcia. All right.
let's talk about
Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you, Phil. Right?
Whoa.
See?
Yeah, that's right.
Fucking. I'm writing in my notes.
Nailed it.
Phil.
He's got it.
Phil
He's been
Andy
working with
Garcia.
you for a year.
Phil Andy Garcia.
I just my technique is when I walk in a room, they're always both there. So I always go, well, if it isn't Mike and Phil,
That's good.
bring it in.
That's real good.
Always works.
In no particular order.
Yeah.
All right. Enough about that. No, let's talk about
How
you guys.
important is it to be a writer, especially in animation, to have a beard?
I think it's a necessity. You have to.
Am I the only guy in Hollywood that doesn't have a beard? And also, is the reason why I don't want to get up in the morning and write is because I can't grow a good beard. I grow a very patchy Johnny Depp. Who was that Asian guy in the red carpet who had the worst, patchiest beard of all time? I grow that kind of beard. So
Jackie Chan.
If I grew a sexy beard, would I be a better writer? Is the question I have.
Yes.
Yep. Yes. Yeah. It's a good
Says Dave Klein, who has a giant beard.
All right, so like, what was it? A year and a half ago, you guys, you guys had this thing on the internet: pictures of animals, dry comedy, like 8 frames per hour in terms of
glacial.
Like, because it's just like drawing of animal doing setup, like doing kind of like very organic, that kind of improv style.
I'm gonna get a soda.
Oh fuck, he's so jealous because
sorry,
there's people
I'm
that
sorry.
draw up here.
It's just, I'm
It's
just
probably for the
sitting
best.
here and it's hot.
Go
I'm gonna
get
get
a
a
soda.
soda.
Yes.
No,
Yes.
no offense.
Oh,
okay.
None take.
I'm gonna come back though. I'll come back really quietly and I won't interrupt.
I get it. No, I get it.
Yeah.
Got the old Harmontown standbys up here.
Yeah.
Then these 2 young guys walk in, throw it all for a loop. I'm sorry, I'm not Kumail, you guys.
No, you guys
if
work
you're very
up-
We have an HBO show too, though, so...
If you're all very quiet,
being TV
you can
animated.
see something you very rarely see in nature.
What?
The Rob Schrab going out to get a soda.
To be an artist and to invoke the Schrab passive aggression is like that strongman bell that you ring. Like you guys said,
Right to the top.
He wouldn't be intimidated if you guys just doodled something on a napkin. You
Yeah.
guys are on HBO, and he was like, "Fuck, what am I doing with my life?" I gotta go.
I got 2, baby, that's good.
But you guys are self-starters. You're like the weekend, the guy, not the 2 days.
The concept, yeah. The one guy.
This is post-internet, like, oh, these guys on the internet do a thing. Now it really is the way it works. Like, you guys are self-starting internet dudes. Like, you started doing this thing as it is on the internet, following your passion, making yourselves laugh.
Channel 101.
Then went to Channel 101.
New York. Channel 101 New York, baby.
Then went to...
Weird take.
What was it, the New York TV Festival?
Yeah.
Where Mitch Hurwitz was like, you guys are awesome.
Yeah.
And the Duplass brothers were like, you guys are awesome.
Yeah.
What is Mitch's stake now?
Oh no, he did a voice in 2 episodes. He's my dad in an episode, but he.
But does he like? No,
he's
do you
kinda-
guys have to send money from the budget to the show to him?
No.
Okay.
He's got nothing to do with it anymore. We partnered with the Duplass Bros, so those guys are our executive producers, and how we were able to make a bunch of episodes independently for like a year before we partnered with Starbuns to finish it out and sell it to HBO.
And we just give you a little home, keep you off the street.
You did, and
I
so
think it's
sweet
nice
there.
that I don't do anything on your show.
I think
That's
it's
me-
kind of cool because we just kind of pass in the halls, and especially when Rick and Morty was there too. It's just like, I don't know, it's a little gang.
Yeah,
It was lovely.
And you see me and you go, boy, there's Dan. Like he's not going to come in here and tell us how to draw an animal.
Yeah.
Well, that wouldn't be any of my business.
Yeah.
I'm not lazy.
No, you're not. You're there late, and I've seen you there very early from like the night before.
It seems like, Dan, you're a little hands-off on the show. I mean, you don't know.
That's a good thing.
It's a good thing.
He came up to us. You're
I thought you were a workaholic. I thought that was your gimmick, that you care too much. You work too hard.
Well, the first time he came out to us, he rolled up his sleeves and he was like, "What can I do to help?"
I did.
It's a sandwich.
And then
I did have that meeting with you guys.
He doesn't.
I don't know. It was pretty cool.
It was nice.
But then I didn't see him for a long time.
Mike,
Is Dan Harmon a PA here?
Dan doesn't have sleeves. Dan's never had sleeves.
Yeah.
But I do remember that conversation because we talked for a half hour. I was like, these guys seem like cool guys. You already had it. There are already guys in the building. It's like a different relationship. It's like you guys said, like the Duplass brothers were like, you guys should do your thing. They were your benefactors, and you guys tried as hard as you could to do it literally by yourselves. Yeah. And then it was like, holy shit, we're gonna go insane. So it's just they're more tenants. They're not like they're not a brainchild of Starburns. Starburns is just a building where they get to work. But I nevertheless, because I love creativity and because I'm sort of just a wonderful person,
So good.
and because you never know, you guys could give me a job one day. I don't have no idea. You can't. That's what Hollywood's about. You don't say no to anything. I bring you in my office. I said, if there's ever anything I can do, and you guys are like, great, but you've never needed anything.
No, not really.
I mean, part of why
Why are we with you guys?
It's a building.
You know, we when we went around to try to like find the animation studio that was going to help us, because initially we made the first 2 episodes of our show that just aired on TV 2 weeks ago, literally in an apartment that Phil and I lived with. Huh?
4 weeks ago.
4 weeks ago, whatever it was.
And I would listen to Harmontowns when I was making it, so it's very bizarre to be up here. It was really sweet.
It's a weird thing. But
Shut up, you. I know you. I listen to Harmontown, okay? I'm on the subreddit. You're not going to take this away from me! I worked too hard for this!
Oh my God. Mike Luciano was the first person to realize, or up here, that Adam Goldberg's in the audience.
Yeah. Dan,
I'm Phil!
That was Phil.
You called me Mike!
Phil is Andy Garcia.
Yeah, they're gonna be
Phil is Andy Garcia.
Yeah, they're gonna do a bunch of Andy Garcia.
Mike is Neil Berkeley.
Yeah.
Wow.
You see what you did?
Mike Neil Berkeley, Phil Andy Garcia.
This is the problem. This is the problem that keeps happening. My mnemonic device keeps being the guy that doesn't look like a Phil is the Phil. And I keep flipping it back
I
and
look
forth.
like a Phil?
Tonight, I
look
walked
like a
into the
Phil.
green room and I was like, you look like a Mike.
Thank you. Phil is an
That is a
asshole
compliment.
name. Every dumb dad or every fucking fool in a commercial is named Phil.
Yeah.
It's kind of hack.
I can't.
being named Phil is hack. It's like a main character named Phil.
Now, Dan, Doug, just invert that in your mind. Like he's the non-intuitive Phil. Like that. That's your connection now.
I mean, the original thing, I started panicking that first meeting. You guys remember? I was like looking at your shoes because I was like, Mike's wearing Nikes. What are the odds he'll continue to wear Nikes? And then they fucking like...
We go all crazy.
Because obviously that's the first thing that happens when you get successful. You're like, how many shoes can I get?
Exactly.
I
That's the
have
first
so
number
many
one.
shoes. I am novio riche, so I'm trying to buy up the whole shoe store.
Mike,
Go ahead.
Mike and Phil, how do you guys know each other? What's your origin story?
We met at an ad agency in New York that we both worked at, and we just kind of started doing this thing, weekends, nights, and it sort of snowballed.
And what's the dynamic between the two of you? One guy's the more of the dry guy, and one guy's the over the shoulder comedy
It's
guy.
a lot of
or,
tension,
like, I mean,
generally. Just a friendship tension.
What did you say? Oh, tension.
Tension.
Yeah.
who's the Schrab and who's the Harmon?
I'm the Schrab, and I wouldn't say he's the Harmon necessarily, because
Right.
I want to be the Harmon. But, yeah, I do the drawing. Mike does the editing of the dialogue, because it's improvised, our show. So that's actually a huge, or it's like a big step, I would say. And we write it. We write everything together. We write all the episodes. And
Do you guys ever fight? Do you guys have tension in the edit bay? Or
we're writing season 2 now, and that's the most difficult part. Is like, it's so much of writing is sitting there quietly resenting the other person for not agreeing with everything you're saying. It's so fundamentally like.
Is that your experience?
Yeah. Yes.
I heard you and Justin at that one live Rick and
That was
Morty, and that made me
amazing.
feel so good
Yeah,
knowing that
totally.
you guys
Dude,
like
but you have
hate
no
each other
idea,
too.
not to pull rank in a format sense, but this is essentially a sketch show. I know you guys do like more larger things, but like fucking story breaking. Like if it's like it's an exercise in frustration. It's an Asperger friendly format. It's like, but then it's like not when I say Asperger friendly, I don't mean that it's like it causes joy. It's just like, but it's like. You have to have an attention surplus to story break. If you have an attention deficit, and I'm not saying that anyone clinically does, Justin, Ryland, I mean,
Did you
it's
just
like
fart 2 times?
I just farted.
you fucking farted.
Mike.
But Justin is like you guys have hung out with Justin. Like his genius is from his fucking he cannot he gets bored so quickly.
So bored. He gets so bored. He's a bored guy.
Rob Schrab's back, everybody. Welcome back, Rob.
Yeah.
Hey, Rob. Do you want to tell us briefly about your adventures while you were away?
Yeah.
I got a delicious, actually incredibly refreshing Sprite drink from the concession area over there. They offered not to let me pay for it, but I gave them a tip anyway. That was fun. And then I saw Abed Gheith there. We shook hands.
I think Abed had a thing like I invited him to the show because he had a thing he wanted to talk about.
Oh,
Sorry to burp.
That was gross to see that this close.
When you burp, do you also pee? What happens?
What happens? What are you
I'm
hiding
in a
from
Three
us?
Stooges bathroom. Not everything is connected to a lateral thing. I don't always fart when I cough. Does that mean I thought
We're
when
trying to find out how the plumbing works.
Doesn't everyone every once in a while you're coughing fart? Isn't that something that happens?
Push. There's a lot of stuff.
My question was, when that happens and you're 1 foot from someone, what is your like? Do you say
if you cough and fart, you should disclose that I farted, so you're not trying to bury the lead on that one. Yeah, I think you're being a good person for that.
But sometimes then the context can come in. Like you could be on a first date. Like just try not to cough. I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. Coughs are dangerous.
Or turn up the music.
But you know what? First dates. What am I talking about? Fucking first date. If that's what's going to happen. That was the chair. Whose chair?
Or now you do the first thing, the first date thing where you go, I swear to God, it's a fucking chair, baby.
Wait, what else am I curious about with animals? What kind of animals did you get? No, this is what I'm really curious about as a writer, because I know, because I've seen the show. A lot of these people have probably seen the show.
How many people have actually seen it? Yeah, cool. Okay, great. Thank you.
That's not enough.
For the listeners that only are hearing this podcast out on audio, more people raised their hands than clapped. So
I didn't specify, so yeah.
What I am curious about, because it's got that very organic style, there's obviously clearly a lot of improv happening, and I'm very curious because you guys have all these, you have A-list like comedy people coming in to the Starburns recording booth in beautiful downtown Burbank.
What A-listers?
Aziz Ansari, Chelsea Peretti,
Molly Shannon, Jessica Chastain,
Danny McBride,
Mantzoukas, Kroll. John Lovitz is a good friend of mine now. Yeah,
great friend.
He's awesome. He's got to come on this show. That guy's
he's so awesome, dude.
Like, he was unbelievable.
Thank you, buddy.
But so the question is,
are you gonna kill me? You're like clearly too drunk, and it's just there's a contentiousness coming from that general vicinity. Go ahead. Sorry.
It's also it's magnified though when you're under lights and when you hear voices from out there. That dynamic adds 10 pounds of contempt.
Yeah. So maybe I'm hearing it wrong.
Because you always are thinking like, why am I talking to a microphone? If you hear anybody could be going like, I'm diabetic and I'm going into shock right now, or something like that. If you just hear a voice, you're like, hey, fuck you, lady.
Shut the fuck up.
Because you just hear the word shock and you're like, shock? Fuck you. I don't care about your politically correct bullshit. What do you want, a trigger warning? It's just like, no, I need insulin.
Shocking. I shouldn't have done that.
No,
wait, stop! Don't, because I want to finish. Because I had an actual. This is a first for me. I have an actual question for people I'm interviewing that I'm actually interested in because I really want to know.
Rob, how's your Sprite? Was it delicious?
Yeah, it's really good. It's so good.
It looks really good.
It's still chilled.
Cold and refreshing.
I prefer it in the aluminum can.
I'm more of a 7-Up guy, but you like Sprite?
I prefer 7-Up, but it's just not as common as it used to be.
You prefer 7-Up?
Here's something that I noticed who's that guy?
He's segued into a
Schreiber. What's this guy? Liv Schreiber.
Liv Schreiber. Yeah.
Do you know who I'm talking about?
Leave Schreiber. He always looks put off. Remember? He came out and he went because he said
we lost Dan.
We lost
Dan to Rob.
I wasn't even gonna bring it up because it was such a nuanced thing. Because Liev Schreiber came out and I said to Cody, I was watching the Oscars because Liev Schreiber said production design is very important in Hollywood, and when he said it, his face looked like he really. The reason he was saying it is like I don't get why. Like it was a pet peeve of his. Like as if he was saying like misogyny is as American as apple pie. Like he was like making he was being like upset. It's like production design is. And he was it's like Liev Schreiber has something's going on with him. He's very put off.
Maybe he's nearsighted and he's having trouble with the prompters.
It could be, but I also Benicio del Toro looking amused is the most terrifying he's ever looked, which could be the secret of this thing. He might look in the mirror and like when somebody makes him laugh, he goes like, "Oh God, that's not good, Benicio." We caught him tonight because they did a prop bit with a bear and it cut back to him and he was like. And it was like, oh, Benicio mystery gone.
Do you think he thought it was like a Wolfman reference, and he was like, yeah,
he's an actor. He thought, like, what does a cat think when you run the can opener? You know, he thought there's food. Like, or are there any actors in the audience? I'm sorry.
Right, so Dan,
who cares?
Dan, you were making a point just before that.
I wanted to interview our fucking guests.
This
is pretty
one
good.
question. This is not a tangent. The reason that I was talking about what's his Liv? What does he pronounce his name?
Liev Schreiber.
He looks like he smells like cherry 7-Up.
He looks like he smells like it.
He looks like he smells like cherry 7. I haven't been next to him, so I can't. I look at him on TV, and
That's what they
like
do.
He might smell like cherry 7-Up.
They do that. That's exercise they do at art school. Like the professor walks and goes, "I want you to draw something that looks like it smells like something." Mr. Schrab, what are you? Do you have something better to do than draw something that smells like something? What is it you're drawing? Let's share it with the class.
It's a perfect drawing of Liv
drawing
Schreiber.
robots.
It's Liv Schreiber to a T.
Man, it's so weird being inside of a Harmontown and just having it happen around you.
My question was, when you guys, because it's a ton of organic, improvised kind of material. You guys have both parties in a booth. If you're doing a 2-person scene, right? They go back and forth.
And we're in it too.
What do the scripts look like when they're ready to be recorded?
It's like 12 to 15 pages, and it has just general scene breakdowns, and then like a few sentences for each beat that we need to get to, and then also
with kind of an idea of maybe the joke that needs to land at a minimum.
Yeah, we'll tell them at the front and sit down with them. This is what happens. You're a tiny turtle, and then a mechanical frog.
Which we've heard rumors about. Maybe that's probably similar to what a Curb Your Enthusiasm looks like.
Yeah, that's what we heard. Mark Duplass was on The League, and that show is very similar in that kind of case.
Right.
So he was able to transpose a lot of stuff from that into our show. But yeah, we're in the booth. That's one of the main selling points of Starburns, I think, in general, is you guys have the biggest booth. Which is so insane.
It's a big booth.
We've had 8 people in there.
How big is the booth
at once?
How big is the booth?
Like from the stage. Even bigger than that, probably from that thing to that.
Damn,
that's
that's
huge,
a big
dude.
booth.
That's she got a big booth, yo.
Big ass booth.
That's a
You know
big
why?
booth, yo.
That is a big booth.
You know why? Because in my biopic, when I'm starting my studio, and I'm going like, I want the booth to be big. And they're like, well, then the sound camera goes, sound is everything. Podcasts are everything. We need a podcast-friendly booth. Put partitions in on wheels if the people need to be compressed. I was like, and I want these rivets. I want these rivets to be flush.
What actor?
The best booth in the fucking city.
What actor is playing you? What actor is playing you? What country or
Leo DiCaprio? So he did an accent to make sure he's nominated for something. Even though I'm not Southern, he just
did he
had
win?
to add something.
Did Leo win?
Yeah.
Do we know?
He did.
He won Best Actor for Revenant.
Wow.
Also, who gives a shit?
That's true too.
Fuck him.
Well, so Tom Hardy must be pissed though. He's like, I did the exact same thing he did for an entire movie.
Who won Best Director?
Yeah, in utero, whatever.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, who was it?
A Mexican
dude.
one?
Oh boy.
Revenant, dude.
This guy's so sullen. Okay, this guy.
Oh, the Revenant guy.
So
What's
you said racist earlier, and now you said Mexican, and you've got a
Shouting
sullen,
out stuff
handsome
on me?
Latino vibe to you. You're like, and you. Thank you. What, wait, who won the? Who's the best director? Oh, is it the Revenant guy?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, and that is he did the what else did he do? He did the. I'm pointing at the Latino guy. What else did your friend do?
Okay. How do
He's getting up.
I got something here to say. So how does Mad Max get best production designer, best sound, best editing, best this, best sweeps everything, and the guy that told all those people to do that, the director, doesn't get best director? How the fuck does that happen?
Good point.
Because you're still accountable if people think you're a prick. So watch it.
Oh,
Yeah.
good point too.
No, I don't think anyone thought George Miller was a prick. I thought that would get a laugh. I thought I would get a laugh.
Doesn't make any sense.
Fuck you.
You just
For
saw
being manipulatable.
You guys just saw right now what a producer is and what a director is.
Very true.
But okay, so what's the other movie? The Birdman. God damn it! Yeah, Birdman. Birdman, Gravity. Yeah, no, he's awesome.
Gravity sucks. Don't get me fucking going.
I think there needs to be a new stereotype about Mexican directors. Yeah. Is Almodovar is Mexican, right? Is he?
Yeah.
Or is he Spanish? Okay. See? New stereotype. Let's start it. Mexicans, great directors.
Although
they have an extra muscle in their eyeball.
A lot of Mexico's sending a lot of their rapist directors up here.
I'm sure. Yes, Mexicans, great directors, and I'm sure some of them are nice people.
Yeah. A lot of rapists, a lot of criminals.
We have to put a director-sized hole in a wall around America. There needs to be a director-shaped hole in that wall.
We're going to build a beautiful lens. A lens
it's going to be very, very good lens. I'm going to talk to the best lens makers ever, and I'm a negotiator. I've done a very good job. I've made lenses for things. I've gotten awards for seeing.
Is this Leo DiCaprio playing this character too?
I'm a Leo DiCaprio in Trump. Yeah.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna very, very do the thing.
Spencer, who would you cast as Dan Harmon in the Dan Harmon biopic?
Judd Apatow.
You would have him be the actor?
I think he has the chops.
Yeah, but I think Robert Downey Jr. is just go with the obvious choice.
Yeah.
Dan,
there's no shame in going.
Stop
with the
being a producer for 1 second.
Just seems go with RDJ if it works.
Mike,
it's obvious.
Mike and Phil, who would you cast as Dan Harmon if you had to make a biopic? If you had anybody you wanted, all the budget.
You know, for people who have an improvised show, we should have had a joke ready at hand.
I was looking for an Andy Garcia route.
Let's bring it into your wheelhouse. But what animal should I play when I do your show?
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's got to be New York City based. Probably a dog, like some sort of like your dog. That'd be good.
Like which golden doodle?
Yeah, that'd be fun.
I'm in. Although
Let's do it.
Spiritually, I am not that this would make it a funny sketch, just to make me. But a sea otter. I've always seen myself as a sea otter.
Yeah.
They float on their back and they eat food on their stomach and they're just like
chilling.
But they don't build dams, but they're almost beavers, but they don't work that hard, and they're just like, what's that?
Yeah, when they have sex, they grab onto the female's nose and rip off their nose sometimes during intercourse.
Wow.
Whoa!
Kinky.
I hate when that happens.
Otters do that?
Okay.
They rip off the woman's. They rip off their woman's snout.
Grab on because they're swimming.
Right.
They should stop swimming and just fuck. Hold on, babe.
Do that shit on dry land, you know what I'm saying? It's like you swim to shore and start doing. Don't have to be batting on the nose. It should get on the beach.
Yeah.
Do that otter fuck. Start swimming.
Well,
trying to swim fuck, man.
Rob
get on the beach.
Rob has a 5-minute stand-up set about otters. It's just pretty good.
Biting the nose. Get on the beach and fuck. Why are you fucking in the water? Get on the beach and fuck. We would have more otter nose per capita.
Dan, I'm sorry. I think Rob's got the part. That was pretty.
Yeah.
You make him an otter. The otter.
Rob just auditioned for the otter and got the part.
I'll be a golden doodle. I'm fine. Would you? What do you, anything else you guys want to pump out? Because the thing is, I got. There's another guy that I gotta get up here. So.
Just, let's watch if you could, it's on HBO Go, it's on HBO Now, it comes out a day before Fridays, so every Thursday, if you're at work or whatever, there's a new episode out, and I think our show's gonna have to be a word of mouth sort of thing.
Yes.
So the more,
just read those
some stuff, we just need cool people to tell other cool people about it.
This is the room we want.
I know it's on HBO, but we're not getting enough stuff. It's not for old people, it's for young people.
It's not for old people.
They get 2 seasons. If they get 3, that's helpful for everybody.
Yeah.
Because it's like actually like just like it is a really funny show, and it's like everybody having fun, and it's awesome, and it's like
and we get to hire all these awesome, cool people who all have their fingerprints on the show, and we all get to work.
And music people too. We got Kurt Vile, ASAP Rocky, ASAP Ferg. So it's a fun eclectic mix.
What style of animation is it? Like, how are you doing it?
We're doing it in Harmony, and it's people call it like lo-fi because the mouths don't move or anything, and it's kind of stop motiony in a way, but it's a really weird. eclectic mix. Like some of our backgrounds are photorealistic looking. It's a mixture of high art and low art. Little on the nose. Little on the nose, like a beaver, like a sea otter having sex. On the nose. It was a little on the nose.
What? Thank you.
All right, well, thanks.
Thanks so much, guys. Thank you, guys.
Mike and Phil from Animals on HBO. Fridays at 11:30. It's on slightly earlier on HBO Go, and then that drives traffic to the HBO Go Plus turnstile, which makes a wheel spin, which I think Universal then makes a chicken pop an egg, and then you get a free dope.
Dan, pop quiz. Who was the one sitting closer to you?
Okay, I gotta flip it because this was Phil,
right? Yeah. You did it.
Yeah, but I had to flip it 3 times to remember it. It's not about me being a bad person. I should just. But my therapist said stop. Here's what my therapist told me. She said you back yourself into a corner because that's where you have won your greatest victories because you were in your youth were in an environment where you were backed into a corner for real, and nobody else around you understands because they look at you and they go, "That's a 6-foot-tall fucking bear guy, like that no one wants to do anything bad to," and from their perception, you're just a dick, like because what I'm like. I'm going like I'll actually like pull people. I'll trick them into like cornering me, and then I'll go, aha! I'm in a corner. Thanks for joining me. Hey, wow! What? And I got blood all over my face, and everyone's like, "You're such a dick," and I'm like, "Are you fucking kidding me? I was outnumbered." And they're like, "No, you dragged them into a corner. That's what a serial killer does." I'm working through it in therapy. I'm realizing all this now. I'm crying every week.
Are you crying happy or crying sad? Like,
just fucking like what? This is beyond that, Jeff. That's the binary heteronormative shit. What a fucking my fucking tears are just pure fucking energy.
Are you saying it's like? Is it epiphanic tears? Or?
It's like it's all of the above. It's like oh shit, she's right. Tears.
Right.
Like you're not happy or sad. You're like fucking. That's it.
Dan, I cry like 3 times a week.
Fag. All right. Our next guest is gay.
Who has never cried until Dan just said that.
You guys don't react. I'm not gonna make you corner me. I'm just gonna say you're dumb for not laughing at that. That's my judgment of you. Put yourselves in your. All right. So.
He almost certainly ruined that.
Is Abed here? Abed, are you here?
Abed Gheith.
Okay. Oh, Abed. Abed, I haven't seen you in a while. You're looking.
Because I don't have a job and I'm broke.
Well, okay. Well,
sorry to bum everyone out.
It looks good on you.
Trying to make
Can I have some of your
yes.
delicious vodka?
Yes, of course.
Oh, I'm excited.
You and I are always like, you and I have, well, I don't want to insult you by saying this. I think me slightly more, but you and I are always fluctuating. Like, I never know when I see you. You could look like a...
You said last time that I lost weight, which was very flattering.
Maybe every time I see you, I just think you look good.
Oh, thank you, man. Well, you look good, too, actually. You're looking great.
This is real Abed. But don't let the name fool you. I feel like the character I made for Community is more dimensional.
That's my new laugh. Yeah. But no, when's the last time we hung out? It was a while ago.
I know. I just needed to siphon off some character points, and then I went off to NBC. So it's been like 6 years, probably.
Should I sit next to Rob, or is that
no? I think this is fine.
Abed, I have a question. How are you doing after not being the dictator of Cuba? Are you doing?
Hey, what?
Things going okay?
What?
All right.
Well, I mean, it's like a sitcom reaction. I was gonna say, like, I lost weight, and then I was like, I need like a cool look that makes me attractive, and I was like, I don't like my head, or I look like him, and I was like, I need something, so I decided. I did something like I have this hat from like this thing I made called the Pop.
Shots
and
fired.
I played Bluto. So I have my hat from that.
Yeah,
So
no.
I was like,
Welcome.
that's a good
Well,
look,
will you take off your hat? I want to see your.
All right, I look
okay,
like Rob.
yeah, okay. You're.
I'm bald. I mean, you got me. I was trying to.
But
fool
what
people.
is the? So you're saying what? But you do look good with the hat. But what? Like how do you? What are your feelings about? Because I've been friends with Schrab for fucking 30 million years.
30 million.
Like Schrab.
Really long time.
Schrab was when I met him. Schrab was bald.
Going.
He was a bald guy.
You met him like,
but
when
he
you
was
were-
like young, and
Yeah.
and through my friendship with him, I actually like became like I was like I didn't even realize what it's like the attention we're paying and like how it feels and all the different perspectives and all that stuff. And so I'm curious. Like you're wearing a hat because you're saying like, oh, I look better with the hat on, and it's because the fact that your bald is covered, or because the hat is like a
it's
better
like,
looking thing than
I mean, like
hair.
In the 40s, everyone wore hats, and so bald people kind of look like everyone else.
Right.
And I want to look like everyone else. Like I want to be attractive and cool and
people
awesome.
people with hair wore
What the
hats.
fuck
to the-
is happening?
This is like I feel like we're at therapy right now, but I mean, like it's a crazy reunion because
I'm going to pay for the three of you to go to therapy. All
This
three
is
of
not therapy.
this is like the therapy hour.
I want to
over
look
at
like
Harmontown.
everybody else. I want to be attractive.
No, I just like
look like
I don't know.
Rob.
Like sometimes you meet somebody and they go, "Oh, you're bald. You're inadequate." I just feel like if I have the hat and I just go, I'm going to start.
This is everything you've ever wanted.
Look, man, like I was like karma fucking happens, and like
You got 10 minutes before I have to go to Kate's show, so make it good.
Let's wrap this up.
Yeah,
Let's
make it
go.
fun.
Let's wrap this up in 10
Make
minutes.
it fun for somebody.
All right, well, let's
fun
put
for
a
Rob.
pin in the hat conversation because it's like obvious when we watch like what was that guy in like Bus of Love or whatever the fucking like heavy metal guy? It was like. Yes, I was like Brett Michaels. It was like there's like certain personalities that we see where they have like a scarf, and it's like Jesus Christ, this guy wants to make us think he's not
well, the
bald.
scarf is
but
super
that's different from
desperate,
wearing like
yeah.
a Clark Kent like fucking like
like that
from
would-
an era
yeah.
when everyone
I tried doing
when people
that.
who had
I
hair
tried
had
doing
that.
that, and then I think Justin said, "Dude, you look like a douchebag." He's like, "Don't be that guy that comes with that hat."
And I
was
mean,
like, "Ah, shit, he's right."
I want to try as hard as I can to not care about physical things, but I guess I mean, you look great.
Shit, I'm super psyched.
And
that
maybe
you're
it is
saying
the
that.
Castro thing. Maybe it's like an icon thing.
You look
just want a
like you look
cigar.
like a young Middle Eastern Hemingway. Like
I'll take it. I'll take it.
I would read a novel that you wrote.
All right, so Abed, you're on a high. So I brought you here because you texted me. You had a birthday recently.
That was Justin's idea, by the way.
To have a birthday party?
Well, no, like I was kind of like I told him the story, and then he goes, "Text Dan, tell him about it." And, trying to get on the Harmontown.
And you tell Justin. I said,
I
nailed
promised
it.
him that I would give him credit.
No,
He's like, I
because,
just
yeah.
want credit for inspiring you.
Because you texted me and said,
"What's Jeff doing over there?"
I'm ordering a beer.
Oh, okay. Classic Jeff.
So I didn't go to your birthday party. Apologies.
It's
you had
fine.
a karaoke place.
It was interesting. I mean, you're like down the street. I was like thinking like because Ridley came.
Yeah, but it's like there's a lot of there's construction.
Yeah. No, I mean
that
like
street.
Well, I've never seen. I mean, I've seen you sing at karaoke, but it's a new environment. There's a lot of weirdos there. You would probably be uncomfortable. I'm sure.
Yeah.
You know, because it's like people will be judging you all over the place. You know, like on your song choice.
Well, I mean,
Dan does pretty. You do well in karaoke because you have like some wheelhouse songs you can get up there. And
He does a great George Michael.
Oh, fuck yeah, his faith is fucking.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of that version, by the way. Like,
so you texted me and you said, is Jeff going to be on the show on Sunday?
Oh yeah,
he's in the show, and you said. Because he was at my birthday party and some shit went down, and I think it would make a good story. And I said, why don't you come down to the show and talk about it? And I didn't want to hear anything about it. And then I texted Jeff and said, Abed's coming to the show. He says some shit went down. And Jeff was like, that's going to take a minute to talk about. And I said, yeah. But Abed trying to explain something is Abed at his most societally benefiting. Especially if Rob Schrab is on stage when it's happening.
No, I totally forgot that Rob was probably going to be here. That made me second think that.
So now I've drawn a frame around it.
Here's
Abed explaining some I know nothing about this. Some shit went down.
Well, it was crazy. I mean, I was super drunk, first of all. And then, the first moment when we started that party at the Holiday Inn, Burbank, shout out, and Jeff comes in.
Shout out to Burbank.
Right. This show is about Burbank, all Burbank. So Jeff comes in. I was super excited that he came. I've been trying to get Jeff to come to the show for a while. I mean, to that karaoke for a while, because there's some insane characters there. There's a guy, he dresses like Bono, and he only does Bono songs. And then there's a guy that's got a giant beard, like a white beard, and he's a coal miner guy, and he sings cowboy songs. And it's like waiting for Guffman. You just got to see these people, or true stories. It's like true stories. You got to see these people, and you're like, fuck, these people are amazing. And
so far, people who just dress like people and then sing like those people.
Yeah, that sing like those people. But anyway, it's fun. It's a fun time. I invited him. He shows up.
And Abed has sent me videos of these people, and these people exist. I've seen the videos of these people. And
which karaoke place is this?
It's Holiday Inn in Burbank. It's Friday nights at 9.
And is it hardcore, or is it just weird?
There's all these regulars, and they all go. And now,
are they hardcore about it? Are they good singers?
Yeah, there's really good singers.
They're dressing up
and they're all dressing up like.
So it's
the
like one of those places. There's a couple places in LA where you're like, this is hardcore karaoke. These are regulars,
I go because I never know what I'm going to see. I'm
all right.
And I can jump into the mix.
None of this softcore stuff.
Yeah.
This is the Nazi Germany of Schindler's List. Here comes the story now. Take us further in.
You're setting it up so big. All right. So anyway, we started off at the top bar, which is a cool bar because you can see everything. And then we went down the cool glass elevator, and we go. It's like a Willy Wonka situation. And then we go into the actual where they're doing the karaoke.
This is just a Yelp review right now.
Yeah, it's a Yelp review.
This is what happens to you when any consumer that goes to this place.
Anybody that goes there does this. Yeah, you have to go through the motions.
Okay.
So then we're there, and it's there's nobody there. I'm all excited. I'm like, all my friends are going to sing. We're going to have a blast. The night's starting off good, and people are buying me drinks because it's my birthday, which you take advantage of that.
Happy birthday.
And thank you.
Do you want to tell us how old you are? Or you're beyond that?
Man. All right. I'm 37.
Oh,
I'm old.
It's great. No, come on. It's great. It's the new 27.
Yeah, well, you thought I was 27. Thank you.
No, I said it's the new 27.
Oh, okay.
But if you told me you were 27, I would. But look at your thick black fucking marker beard.
A girl at that karaoke said I was 26, so that's pretty.
Yeah, I mean, she probably didn't see that you were bald. She would have thought you were 900,000 years old.
I was wearing the hat. Yeah, I was. Ah, shucks, you got me. Well, so then.
No, I got Schrab. I'm not trying to hurt you. I'm trying to hurt Schrab.
I feel like he should be cutting in more. He's like, is he all right?
He'll find. You're doing.
Okay, all right. Well, so anyway, the night is going great. I mean, I can't remember what song I put in. I always have 3 songs in my pocket because I'm like, one of these I'm going to do.
Wait, literally?
I mean, I think about what I'm going to sing. I'm serious.
Wait, but you're patting your pocket to
indicate. I'm showing you that I have 3 songs ready to go.
But you mean in your head? You don't.
And
there's nothing in your pocket. You just patting your pocket. It's just
I write down the song.
He's saying he writes down 3 that he has ready to go.
Wait, you actually write them down on a slip of paper?
Yeah, and I just
weird.
That's how it works.
Already weird. Already weird.
Abed, are you being sarcastic? Because I do think that's weird.
Yeah,
it is weird.
It is.
You have to write them down on a slip of paper
before you get there. I'm asking him.
Well, no, I kept one from last time. Because I had one from last time I didn't do, so I kept it in my pocket.
Prove to me right now that you don't have a song in
your
pocket.
No, I wore the same pants. I mean, but they didn't.
You
got me. I didn't wash them. All right, whatever.
Is there a chance there's a song?
Sue me.
Is there a chance there's a song at large in your pocket right now?
No, there's not. There might be one in my wallet, but I don't want to look.
I just wanted a record that it was important for me to focus in on that thing because it's an important detail. Callie, you're saying, oh yeah, you have to write. That was the chair. It's all karaoke. You have to write on a slip of paper. No, it's very. You're saying you literally.
He front loads.
You
it with
had
extra
unsung songs
Yeah,
written on
they're
slips of
loaded
karaoke
up,
paper
so
in your pocket.
In case I get stumped and I need something like a reserve, I got it there.
Could be the teletype in tonight's Oscars. Could be the best thing. Could be the worst thing. I can't even tell. It's just
let me just
at
tell
least
you,
you're innovating.
When I've been doing that karaoke place for 5 weeks. And everyone's good, so I'm trying to I'm trying to compete with these people. So I'm really trying to bring my A game, and so I have reserves because I'm like, oh, maybe I'll do better on Happy Together. Maybe Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious will be better.
Always a fucking doozy.
Yeah, that's always a doozy.
Fuck yeah.
That one's hard, dude. That one's hard.
You squeeze off a little Mary Poppins and a fucking hardcore.
So you practice these songs at home?
No, I mean I love Mary Poppins, so that song is into my brain.
You memorize this song.
That song will never leave.
So do
my
it
brain.
right now.
No, fuck that. No, never.
No, come on.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. When you went over this, it's really running atrocious.
That doesn't. Okay.
I'm not gonna do it.
That's it. The
Please stop doing it.
Yeah, thank you. I tried to show him.
Please stop. Don't ever do that again.
So anyway, I keep getting distracted here. So I'm
okay. Continue.
I'm excited. I think I put in Nina Cherry's Buffalo Stance.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, which is one of my favorite. Because rap is easy. You can just rap. You don't have to sing good.
Well, it's not always easy. I mean.
No, I know it's not always easy, but but you could just be like.
Nice try.
No, I mean. Rap is I'm this guy. I'm doing this. Here I go. Bubba Blue. And it's
we were at karaoke in New York, and we rented one of those rooms. In New York, karaoke gets more lost in translation-y because it's New York and it's compressed, and it's you go to places and it's more or OG Asian style, or you're in a tiny room and the thing, and there was a young lady that came. It was a friend of a friend, and she had clearly. This is the first time I ever saw somebody who was like, "Oh, well, you've prepped this. You've practiced doing karaoke before, and this is your hits, and you're really rolling them out."
She fucking rapped the fuck out of
the
it.
Busta Rhymes. She did a Busta Rhymes song.
She did Busta Rhymes and fucking blew the
But she
roof
fucking
off.
nailed it. And was okay, that's a new way to have fun.
Never looked at the words. Knew it the whole.
Yeah,
and I got you all in check. That one.
I don't know.
It doesn't matter.
Oh, yeah.
What
I love Busta
okay,
Rhymes.
all right. Well, I don't know why. As I'm saying, it doesn't matter. I interrupted. Continue your story.
Well, anyway, so then I think I went up pretty early. And is he all right?
I think Schrab has to go see his.
All right, Schrab had a heart out. He's got to go to
hear the story. All right, it's fine. I'll tell you later, buddy.
He's been disruptive, and he should.
I love him. I'm gonna hug him. I love him. He's my buddy.
Rob Schrab, everybody.
All right, thank you, Rob.
Rob Schrab, everybody.
He has.
Let him go.
He has his charm.
All the acquaintance be forgotten.
Schrab,
Shrabby Schrab and all Rob Schrab.
Now I want him to leave every week. So sing Old Lang Syne with Rob Schrab, and
huge event with Rob.
That's fun.
Leaving. It's very exciting. Yeah.
Old Rob Schrab.
For all Rob Schrab
and Rob Schrab.
You guys are more excited when he left than when he came.
I know.
It's funny.
No, I hate to see him leave, but I love to watch him walk away.
Poor Rob. He's great. We love him. I'm just trying to have his back.
All right.
So anyway, I was.
So
I think I did.
You were going to do Nina Cherry. You signed up.
I think I did do Nina Cherry, and it was exhausting. It's 6 minutes, so I'm up there just fucking.
Buffalo Stance will take it out of you, man.
No,
she's got a lot of. She does a lot of rapping, but then she's got that hook. What's the hook?
Don't get fresh with me.
Yeah. Oh, the hook is. Who's looking good today?
Yeah.
Who's looking good in every way?
Yeah.
Don't mess with me.
That's a fun one.
And I'm not a girl, so I'm singing it like a girl, so it's fun. I'm having fun.
All right.
I'm trying to be fun. Cool. Anyway, so I did my song.
Hashtag singing like a girl.
Yeah, I'm singing like a girl. Anyway, I did my song. It's fine. Whatever. I can't remember who came after me.
I think you did it to great acclaim. I think the crowd was quite pleased.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I heard you talking on the video, and you were going, "Oh, look at Abed go!"
Oh yeah, I was on board.
All right.
Yeah.
So, all right.
Big fan, yeah.
Karaoke place?
So I had a fun time.
You did it?
I came
You
off
nailed it?
stage, having a great time. The night is going great. And then I think I saw Jeff, like they called your name, right?
No.
They never called your name?
No. Callie Kazoo, get up here. Callie Fontecchio, come to the stage.
She was there.
Let's have some.
I mean, like, I was super drunk.
She's the Bernstein to his Woodward. Let's fucking get this right.
Let's back up. Okay, first thing
Did you already
Jeff
say,
did.
first of all, Callie's saying Callie's new album is out, and her song was the one that was playing in the beginning?
I've been
Thank you
playing
for
her song
reminding-
all night long. What's the new record called?
Contrary to popular belief, and that song was called Hey Look, and you can check out the music video online, which has Willie Roberts in it, and Demorge Brown.
And I was cut out.
And Kate Froen.
I was also cut out.
Abed was cut out, but
Yeah, I was in the video, but
Thank
I was
you.
cut out. It's fine.
All right, enough. Now work for my interest.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's good that I was cut out because it'd be another thing to explain to my parents.
Everyone was dressed as a woman.
Yeah, because I was dressed like a woman.
All right, enough.
All right.
It's been plugged.
Enough.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
been plugged. Yeah.
So, first thing we do, there's only a few people in this room. You do live karaoke, not, it's similar to this. You're on a stage and whatever. Jeff walked in. It's not like a private room. I just wanted to clarify that.
Oh, yeah.
It's a big room, A
bar.
A bar room in a hotel. First thing Jeff does is he goes and he puts money in the tip jar. He puts $5.
Well, there's a stipulation. Some people said he put more than $5. I've talked to people about the story.
Wait,
can I just say?
Who said he put more than $5?
Weissel said he put more.
I can settle that part of it right off the bat. When we got there was only about maybe 10, 15 people there total. Then a little later, there was maybe 30 people.
It started to fill up.
I signed up fairly early on.
Yes.
And when I signed up, I wrote down a song, gave it to, there's a guy and a gal there. I gave them a $5 bill. I put a $5 bill in their little jug. And that was the only money in that jug.
He was the first tipper. It was early in the night.
So then I sat down, and then time passes.
And then Abed goes on, and I go on, and we put in our slips of paper at the same time as Jeff. And then, tons of people were going on, and Jeff's like, well, what's going on? How come I'm not getting called? So he walks over, and he has a little discussion. Me and Abed don't understand what's going on. He goes onto the stage and says, worst karaoke place ever.
Well,
We're like, oh,
there
a joke?
there was a conversation that happened in between.
Yeah, but we didn't find that out till he came over to us. I was like, is he joking? And then we realized as he walked over, I was like, oh, Jeff's mad.
I walked over and said,
Mad.
like it's a place where there's regulars there. That they're going to get preferential treatment. I understand that. I'm all for that because I go to other karaoke places where I am the beneficiary of that preferential treatment.
Right.
So I dig that. So somebody comes in after I signed up and they got up first, hooray. But now I think some people sang twice in front of me, and also there's people that came in way after me.
I think you're paying too much attention to who's singing when.
Well, I was saying
because I'm really drunk and I'm just they call my name. I go up.
This is basically.
I walked over, and I have to say, I was in all good faith and all good climate. Walked over there and said,
"Yeah, I was excited to see you go up."
I said, "I just want to check how far away am I?" And she showed me the list, and I was nowhere fucking anywhere on it. I go, what? She was like, she goes, "Did you sign up?" I'm like, "Yeah, I signed up like a while back." And the guy's like, "Yeah, I don't think you did." And so they showed me. Then he puts my name down at the bottom list. I'm like, "No, I was here when there was nobody here." And they're like, yeah, well, you're on the list now. I said, do you see the $5 now? Do you remember that conversation that happened? Where I walked up when there was nobody in here, and I signed up and handed you, we all spoke to each other, and I gave you a $5 bill, and it went into this tip jar. And they're like, well, but you're out. Yeah, I don't remember. You're on it now. And so I was like, yeah, but now you're just lying to me. And the woman takes the $5 bill and hands it back. Here.
Whoa,
and so I took it and I went.
I didn't see that.
I took it and went rip, and threw it in her face. I go,
Oh my God!
Here's your $5 bill.
And she took the shreds and she snorted them, and then she shit them out. And
just being
holy
fucking
shit!
I didn't see
fucking
that.
wait.
This told me about it.
I was just being lied to.
Stage.
Just being lied to. They go, well, you're up next. I go, no, they said, you're not going on. I took the mic and went, hey, everybody, shittiest karaoke place in the universe. I walked up there.
We thought it was a joke. We're like, what's happening?
Now,
I thought it was. You thought he was making fun of the guy before him.
No, I was making fun of the two assholes running karaoke.
There was
there
was a fake Axl
some
Rose
poor guy
right
just
before
finished doing Elvis, and it's
and then Jeff
he's
came
like
up.
his therapist convinced him to go out and
It's like a
risk judgment in a safe way. Wise men say.
It's like the stand-up guy.
Just switch that with
Falling in
Axl Rose.
love with you, and then Jeff comes up. Worst karaoke place ever.
No.
And it's just like he
stand-up
he
guy
crushes a bag of potato chips and pours them all over his face.
I did this to an empty
empty.
stage. It was to an empty stage. Then I got my shit together, told a couple people that were there. So I'm pretty sure I'm not allowed to be here anymore.
So wait, what I didn't find out is that you were in the hallway with like a security guard
So
and
I
the
saw
lady
that.
for a
Yeah,
long
that was
time.
It's security.
That was
gentlemen.
scary.
I went right out and called a lift to bone the fuck out, and I got out in the hallway, like leaving the bar, like leaving the hotel, and a guy with the ear monitor and the suit.
Burbank, California.
Comes up to me and he goes, with a woman, I think who's also probably like some sort of manager at the hotel, and like, sir, you have to go. I'm like, oh no, I believe me, I'm leaving. I'm calling my car right now. Like, I'm not
I saw
wanted
you.
here.
I saw like a long conversation, and then I asked Callie,
they were
like,
quite
should I
cool.
go over there?
And like, you have to go. I'm like, I wouldn't stay here on a bet. Like, I'm going. I said, and believe me, I'm sorry if this ever involves you. I'm not going to cause any trouble. Like I'm simply leaving. Like I'm just calling a car. We can walk outside to where the car is coming, and that was the end of the story. However, I've never ripped up currency and thrown it in somebody's face.
That's what shocked me.
That is amazing.
That shocked me. I've never seen Jeff so angry.
Like five.
They lied to me.
Well,
They
you
lied
came back
me.
to me and you were just like, "Fuck this place."
There was $5 in that fucking
I've never
jar,
seen you
and they
mean.
pretended like
I've
we had
never
never
seen
met.
Jeff angry. Yeah, I was
Like on
scared.
stage, like
Scared.
telling everyone to fuck off. It was.
Also,
it was
I
was like,
surprising.
they did a number
I don't
on this
presume
guy.
that
Like,
$5 in the plastic Costco pretzel jar that you took the label off and like scrubbed it down so it didn't look like there was a pretzel label on there. That is your shitty
Holiday
tip jar.
Inn.
I don't presume
funny
that
thing-
$5 jars. That $5 in that jar entitles me to shit, but just don't fucking pretend that we never spoke because it was within the hour and we were fucking there.
You know
And
what's
also,
funny is every
wasn't
time
being
I've
rude
gone,
to them.
I've
oh, here's your money. I'm like, here's your fucking money, lady.
Also, Jeff is the only 6-foot guy in a suit.
Right. Well, no,
Everyone else was dressed like
hard to make.
Bono.
I've never.
I'm not saying I'm a hero.
Bono,
I felt.
I mean,
I was ashamed of
Friday.
myself. I did not. I still did not feel good about that. I'm not saying I'm a good guy. What I did do is fuck off into Koreatown. Went to a karaoke place where it was fucking a groovy Tuesday, man. It was really good.
I'm
Of
sure.
course, he went to a better one.
So,
I wanted to go.
five-
We
with
should have
you.
all gone there.
5 fucking minutes after you left, Jeff D. Is Jeff D there? Jeff D.
They didn't even know.
I wasn't on that list. I saw the list. They showed it to me, and they gave me the fucking short shrift.
It was an accident, is what I'm thinking.
There's no accident.
I
in
just want
karaoke.
to point out that if
No, they called him twice.
if
They called
Jeff
him
had
2
done
more
that on
times.
Twitter, it would be called a meltdown.
Yeah.
That's called a meltdown.
I honestly,
I tore
He melted down.
I never tipped until that night.
No, Dan, you
And
would
I
have
always got up.
Dan, you would have taken $1,005 bills and torn it up to everybody. that you
No,
met.
I would have fucking. I mean, believe me, I'm not. A lot of fascinating things are happening. I brought Abed up here to exploit him. I thought he was going to be the guy in the jar. Like, you are definitely you are. I'm not saying I'm not on your side.
I'm
but
fucking
this
Batman.
Is, but you were wrong. Like, this is worth talking about.
Yeah.
This was worth talking
That's
about.
why I texted you. I'm like, I feel like
Wait,
you
Gwen,
should
is
know
Gwen
this.
here? Gwen, Beatty, Gwen, get up here.
Gwen, baby.
Gwen from where are you from? Delaware? Iowa. Shit. Gwen was there.
I have an interesting story about them.
Gwen, get up here.
I got an interesting story
This is Gwen Beatty, everybody.
about you
Gwen.
guys. Hey Jeff, real quick.
That applause is very apprehensive. Everyone's like, "What the fuck is happening?"
I was
We're a
buying
little in the
drink.
weeds.
I was at the bar buying a drink, and you were there with your 2 friends. I didn't know them, but they were talking about you.
Right.
And I was eavesdropping because they didn't know that I knew you.
Okay.
And they were saying, like, who wears a suit to a bar like this?
Right.
And I thought that was funny.
All right,
but
now what's
I was
going
gonna
on?
tell
People,
you-
people want to know if Gwen's the bouncer at the karaoke
No,
place.
no,
They need to know.
Yeah.
Gwen is from Iowa. I met her. You're traveling. I met her at the drawing room, and that day I said, my friend Abed, real Abed from Community. She's like, oh, sure, I know Community.
Real Abed from
like
Community.
Yeah, well, Jeff was building me up, yeah.
I was saying, we're talking about karaoke. I said, I'm going to do karaoke with my friend Abed, who is famously the inspiration for Abed from Community. We went, but Gwen Gwen, you texted me today and said you have been kicked out of 3 places in 2 nights.
Yeah, I've never been kicked out of a place, and I came to LA for 1 day, and I've been kicked out of 3. So.
Including a Holiday Inn in Burbank, California.
Yeah, but yours was my favorite for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I destroyed.
It was $5,
I destroyed Lincoln's effigy.
What a birthday! What a birthday!
Good job.
I'm sad though because it is a cool karaoke place. There's some weirdos there, and you got like the worst end of it.
I didn't like the sound setup.
Hey, you should say before all the Jeff crazy shit happened.
Bad speakers.
My friend Ben Page, you know Ben Page.
I know Ben Page.
Yeah, he's a karaoke genius, and he went up and he did like Pink Floyd The Wall, like one of the songs, and then like they had some sort of like the version of it was shitty. And in the middle of the song, he just walked off the stage.
Shit.
Yeah, and he's like that version sucks.
It was an off night.
Yeah, and I'm like, you can't just walk off the stage in the middle of the song, dude. Like, I felt bad. I was like...
Sounds like I'm kind of a hero for not going to your birthday.
I think so. It's quite a scene.
Oh, yeah, Dan, you're off the hook, man. You're off the hook.
Try staying there and doing karaoke after that happens. It's impossible. It's like nobody's having fun, you know?
All right, Abed, what other ideas do you have that you could try to explain?
What? Ideas? I didn't know I'd have ideas coming on here.
Do you have any? You know, you're famous for having pitched a restaurant idea. Where
yeah. Oh, he wants more ideas.
Do you have any inventions or shit you want to lay on us? Like
it's just a hope. It's just a hope.
He's hoping for something.
Yeah.
But don't make up on the.
Wait. Can I talk about my spec I'm writing?
No, will you?
Because that's kind of an idea.
Will you talk about the cop that hit on you?
Oh, the cop. But I'm saving that for GVP though. Should I?
First of all,
do both.
First of all, they're GVP now.
Man, I was saving that for their episode. But all right, I'll do it. I'll talk
when
about
Grandma's
it.
Virginity starts churning out once a week, they can have exclusives.
Justin and Ryan Ridley.
Can I get a hit of that? What is that?
That's medication. I have a prescription, and I pulled it out, and it was.
I had to ask though.
I don't want to cause chaos.
I see.
Let's all ground ourselves.
Wait, you want the cop story, the lady cop story?
I'd like it.
And also, I want to play Super Fight like you guys played in Chicago too. Can we do that tonight or no?
I want to hear about getting kicked out of 3 places in one.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, Gwen, what were the other 2 joints that you got bounced out of?
Wait, how did you get kicked out of the karaoke
I
place?
kicked myself out of a Holiday Inn Burbank. She was there for that one.
He left. He was done.
All right. Well, let's pick, just so everybody understands, let's create like a Starship Troopers graphic package. Would you like to know more? Okay, we're going with Gwen getting kicked out of 3 places. Okay. Let's go there. Okay. So let's all go there together, eyes wide open. Gwen.
Starship Troopers?
Starship Troopers.
I don't remember that part.
All right, put a pin in it.
I'm going to have to look that up later.
Okay, because Gwen, 3 places in how many days?
It was like 2.
Okay.
And I don't know. One of them, bottomless mimosas aren't bottomless, first of all.
Shots fired.
That's true.
She's saying what we're all thinking.
And the other place that we got kicked out of was because of the bottomless mimosas.
You found out you drank too many mimosas and like, okay, bottomless is a subjective term.
They came out and said, this has to eventually end.
They said, wow, that's amazing. That's like you're in World War II and Nazis come out and they go like, look, we get it. You love freedom.
Was the glass
like if you're,
so
I don't know.
low
That was a terrible example.
You couldn't find the bottom? The glass was really low.
Gwen, okay, well, just take us through. So as a person who got kicked out of 3 places in 2 days, take us first one, second one, third one.
Number 1.
Right. Okay.
And how did that kick you out?
Number 1, me tearing up money at the Holiday Inn.
To that place
but I don't understand why.
How did you get kicked out?
Exactly.
When I did that, I knew.
No, we know you. Why her?
Because she was with me. I brought
She
her
was
here.
his boss.
Oh, we don't know that. We're fascinated by that. Jeff had a date.
No. There was her and her 2 friends. It was like a whole group.
Jeff had a platonic date.
Wait, so you guys...
I brought a woman from Iowa with her friends up to the bar.
They already knew that you were going to be there?
I met them
They talked at the bar like they didn't know you.
I met Gwen that day at the drawing.
I bet you didn't know this was going to happen. You're going to be talking about it in front of all these people.
I eavesdropped. It sounded like they didn't know who you were and they were making fun of your suit.
Abed, does anybody truly know who I am?
Yeah, well... I'd like to know you. I mean,
okay.
Do you think if they knew who he was, he'd get better treatment? Is that what you're saying?
No, I don't know.
I don't think they care.
All right. It's not The Price is Right.
aside.
Gwen, second place you got kicked out of.
The place with the mimosas. I don't know what the fuck that was.
You drank them out of champagne and orange juice. All right.
Okay. And then the other place, we walked down the street like 2 bars down, and then Logan fell asleep on the bar, and we had to go.
Fell asleep on the bar.
Yeah.
Logan, you son of a...
For like 45 minutes.
What bar?
Was that the guy? Was that the guy that was with
Not
you
a very
guys?
good bar.
That was the guy that was with you guys, right?
No, Logan's the girl, but...
Oh, Logan's the girl. Okay. Logan. I thought that was a man's name.
Well, it's,
Wolverine. I mean, I'm sorry.
No.
No, I mean, my Wolverine brain went to, like, man.
I pictured a dude at first, too.
Yeah,
Logan.
yeah. We're on the
Logan's
same page.
around.
All right, so you were asked to leave or like gently left places that you probably shouldn't have stayed in?
It was go, both times. And it was someone who really didn't... Both times it was someone I felt bad for them having
Now,
to...
Gwen, okay, now I'm remembering. Gwen has an awesome story. Can we talk about your origin story of you in Iowa? She's famous in a very small part of Iowa for being like, if you've seen the movie Footloose, she's like all the Kevin Bacons in the world.
Wait, the remake or the old classic?
Can we talk about this, or is this bad? Are we adding
Yeah, it's
flame
fine.
to the
No,
fire?
it's totally okay.
The classic.
I don't think anyone in
Footloose.
Iowa knows that this exists. It's okay.
Do you want to tell it?
You can start. I don't know where to start.
Well, I met her. She grew up. And correct me if I'm wrong. You grew up in a very not evangelical, but
it's like fundamentalist Christian.
Fundamentalist Christian
I wear
town where
head
you had to wear a head covering. Dancing was prescribed, like illegal, right?
Yeah.
And
had to wear a head
Well, you can still
covering.
do square dancing. That's fine. Because you're not touching.
But at her school, which her mother was the vice president or principal of the college.
Yeah.
And of a very fundamentalist Christian school. Where there's lots of rules. You're not allowed to be in a car alone with a boy. That's grounds for expulsion. There's
Yeah,
all
that's
kind
like my dad always said that.
All right, so
he was like, "No girl, you and just a girl." You know, like none of that.
Well, your dad was just protecting the community. It's just
ouch,
you're-
ouch. I'm not a
due diligence.
all right. You win. You win.
So
you win
Gwen,
this round.
how old were you? What was the first transgression? The first time you got rumbled at school?
Oh, I blew a dude and he told on me.
Oh, I hate when that happens.
How would he tell? He felt as though he had sinned and like confessed.
in his defense, at that age, if you get blown, I mean, and you don't tell anybody, did it even happen? That's it. He probably didn't even mean to get you in trouble. He was just like, "Oh my God, that felt so good." Now, God damn it,
I'm telling everybody.
Yeah, hey, mailman.
But he told to like expiate his own sins, but also that sent you up the river.
Yes.
Oh God, that's awful.
And then and then the second one was what?
I drove some kids to a party and I like had a hit from a joint and then I got told on.
All right, so you got told on twice, kicked out of the school.
She was like Bill Clinton, you know, took a hit.
Yeah,
Got in
except
trouble.
she was also her own Monica Lewinsky.
Yeah. Oh yeah. She had both. She's like Bill Clinton. Yeah. It's the female Bill Clinton. Wow.
So so both times you got told on by male students, right?
Yeah.
And they probably didn't suffer any consequences because that's
probably less
male privilege,
I remember
right?
the word harlot being thrown around.
So you're the Hester Prynne of this town.
Wait. Was it for the blowjob or the weed?
Both.
Okay. That makes you a harlot. You can't just do one.
Because she's a female, Abed.
No, I mean, I didn't even think of in that zone. All right, you're right. You're right. Fair enough. I'm gonna step aside here. So, before I get
Yeah, just
before
go
shit
down.
gets crazy.
You take it down 20%. She goes up 20%. That's like we're
you're
doing
right.
a symphony.
It's all math. Yeah, you're right.
All right, continue.
It's like
So
Letterman.
now there's a scandal involving your mother, who is the top brass at the.
No, not really. Just me. It just
But it didn't affect her like standing in the community, or.
no. No.
But you still live in the community.
Yeah.
And now when people find you, if people run into you, they either think, "Oh, I didn't know that you're like Paul Bunyan, like you're an actual folklorical."
I think
she's
there's
Paula
rules.
Bunyan.
There's rules at the school now because of me. But there's also I work at a bar and people will come in and it will be one of two, not to drink because it's coffee shop during the day. It doesn't matter. But they go to the school and they'll come in and I either get, there's another one and they think I'm my sister, or
Are you twins?
no, she's 3 years older than me. But or it's, I I didn't know that was real. Like that's So it's kind of
Meaning that they didn't
I'm
know it was-
folklore. I'm like
Meaning that they didn't know it was real, that you got punished, that you
I
were this kind of
existed.
or that
I think
That this is a folkloric tale to scare people off of
In the
getting
sense
blown
that-
in a car.
Sorry. In the sense that
Old wives' tale. It's like really creepy.
They didn't know it was real, that your crimes existed, or that it was wrong to do the things that you did. You know what
Or that she was an actual person, or this actually exists.
Okay, but that doesn't clarify. Is the community still steeped in such medieval hypocrisy?
Yes. This was like 5 years ago. This is like recent. Like,
So I wasn't clear. They
yeah.
meet you and they go, "Oh, I didn't know you really existed. I didn't know that really happened. I didn't know." I wanted to be clear that they weren't saying,
I clear it
"Oh,
up?
I didn't know it was
Clarification.
real that we
He's
actually
clarification
stoned a
guy.
person."
Johnny clarification over here.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's a bottle. I'm really good, right?
I kind of want to talk like how sensitive I was to like the idea of like I feel like I've heard versions of that, just like that little Bazooka Joe comic, like that little. It's not even a story. It's just like a little sliver of like it's adolescent like encounters with misogyny. That phrase, it was like, I blew a dude and he told on me, like that in one form or another. That happens constantly. That's like the first encounter, and it's like the thing that always fascinates me is like, I don't know, women don't have like a like it's like it's like if you're like selfless enough to like you're like with a guy and you're like I really want this person to, you're like how does that?
Well, it's either you want his dick or you don't. You know?
Abed, stop it.
I'm sorry.
I'm hurting myself enough. I can't have it.
Gwen,
this guy was kind of a turkey
I'm
too,
so
right?
fascinated with that. Where it's like,
he sucked.
Yeah,
it's not like it's like women have a ton of like young girl from their adolescence in small towns where they do get Hester Prynne. Like there's not a ton of stories where girls go, I was so horny that I jumped on a dude and made myself come on his dick, and then they told on me. It's like they go, I blew a dude. And I'm not saying women don't get pleasure out of giving. It's like everybody's having fun when everyone's having fun. But isn't that? I mean,
I was excommunicated from Tustin for eating too much pussy.
That doesn't happen. It's like I ate a girl's pussy and she told me. First of all, she never tells.
She fucking betrayed me.
It's kind of like sucking a dick is like a power trip, right? It's kind of like it's like a domination thing.
I think you're
It's called a blowjob because it's a job. You have to like really try to suck that dick, make it feel good. You know, a lot of girls don't like that dick.
I think you're swirling around my point, but
no, I am, but I'm
also like surrounding my point
just telling
is like
you why it's called a blowjob.
Let me talk like a 6-year-old for a second and just bound through this minefield. I'm not going to try to be politically correct or win any points. When I hear that stuff, I just go, but a woman sucking your dick is the biggest favor she could ever do you in your life, and the idea that also makes you a slut instead of a saint is insane. Like I just
but also that a young guy,
like it's not like she's indulging her impulses. It's like she's indulging a natural like oh, that's such a highly evolved person that at that age she wanted to give something to someone.
But in a community that repressed, that the guy can go, oh, I feel really guilty about this. I'm going to turn us both in, and she's the one that gets in trouble, not me.
I think
that's fucked up.
Honestly, as a dude and having been that age, like I said, as a joke, but it's like still, it's like I think the original, the foundation of it is if you're a dude and you find out that it's possible for a girl to like you enough to give of herself to you, you start to get obsessed and you go like, but what if no one ever knows this happened and I got hit by a bus? And when that thought hits you, unfortunately, you're in a locker room in the middle of Poughkeepsie or whatever.
Gwen, do you think there was any braggadocio, or do you think it was just guilt and him trying to
because you're religious, right? Or he was religious.
There's no difference between guilt and braggadocio, by the way. That's the same thing. Bless me, Father, for I've sinned. I fucking like a chick fucking thought I was hot. Like, oh, I'm just dying about it.
Well, it's a little different because, like she said, fundamentalist, like, is pretty hardcore religious. It's like, he actually felt bad
Yeah, growing up Muslim, we never got that.
I mean, when you're bragging about someone blowing you, you don't usually tell like the president of your college.
Yeah,
so.
but you said he was also kind of like a huckster, car salesman-y kind of dude.
He's very
Yeah, so he was full of shit.
That's kind of like level 2 in religion.
It's like the joke that, where an old guy goes in a confessional and then the priest opens the door and it's a very old man and the priest says, "How can I help you?" And he says, "I've been happily married for 50 years. Never cheated on my wife once until last night. And I had just filthy, crazy sex with an 18-year-old cheerleader, every position, all night long, just wild, crazy sex." And the priest says, "Oh my God, that's really serious. You should do 100 Hail Marys and 200 Our Fathers." And the guy says, "I'm not Catholic, I'm Jewish." And the priest says, "Why are you telling me?" He says, "Telling you, I'm telling everybody."
And that is actually that's what I believe is the root of that's the root of the earliest encounter with misogyny that women have is it's like little boys going like, "I can't believe it's possible. I have to tell somebody," or "I feel so terrible it happened."
That must be
Am I the only one? I don't think blowjobs feel good.
Whoa!
Jesus Christ.
Am I the only one?
All right.
I've not had a good blowjob. I have not.
Well,
Every time I get one, it's bad.
We're about to make podcast history.
She's not like. I mean, I see.
The line forms on the right.
Am I the only one? Am I the only one? It's like Jesus. Relax your jaw. I'm like, what is with this?
Relax your jaw. Someone said, "Relax your jaw."
Hey, Gwen.
There's this blowjob obsession, and I'm like, what is the big deal? I don't get it. It hurts. It actually hurts.
You've been hanging out with the wrong people, man.
I want to make sure because
Are they biting
out of
on
your
it?
socket.
What's happening? Are they
like it feels like they're trying to pull it out, and I'm like, calm down. Like, do it. Like. I guess, I have to. I need more experience, don't I?
Use your words.
Get the dick out of your mouth for a second.
Sorry to throw that out there, but I've never had a good one. I've never. It's never worked for me.
That's so sad.
I'm not a fan of the blowjob.
You should move to Iowa.
He's right. It's just it doesn't work for me.
I'm so distracted by that, but also I want to make sure, Gwen, because we kind of like maypoled around your I don't know what you call it, your trauma, your point of view. Make sure you get the last word about that stuff, because I was like, man, here's the thing about sucking dicks. Is there anything I said that you're like, wait a minute, you just said some shit that like actually perpetuates a thing?
No,
or
I'm
whatever.
sorry.
Because Gwen, you're going back home like in a day or two, right?
Like tomorrow, yeah.
And when you return home, you are semi-known for that and semi-not known for that, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Everything passes in my small town.
I'm not worried about it. I'm really, really fine.
Yeah, no.
I don't tell like random people in bars about me blowing dudes if I'm not fine with it. Like.
Yeah, but you like the beauty of it is that you don't give a shit, and also like you're bigger than that, and it's not. That's like also when we were talking about this at the drawing room, I was saying. Like if you come to Harmontown, let's talk about this, because I think that you might set a lot of people free back in small town like Midwest.
Yeah, suck a dick once in a while.
Exactly.
Well, yeah. It's hard to tell. You should tell. Yeah, you tell women to suck more dick. You can do that, and I'll meet you on the other end and I'll go, guys, get your dick sucked and fucking mum's the word. like take it easy, because your friends they're not going to make you come harder.
Thank you for coming to Harmontown, everybody.
Go back to the girl that sucked your dick and tell her how good it felt. It's called love.
Thank you for coming to Harmontown. Kazoo, Abed, Gheith, Gwen, Beatty, Mike and Phil from Animal. Who am I forgetting? Rob Schrab, Steve Levy, Spencer Crittenden, who we almost never spoke to the entire show. But he sat there.
He loves it. Oh, shit.
I'm Jeff Davis. Let's give it one more time for your mayor, Dan Harmon, everybody.
I thought that Pixar movie was fine. It's great. Sir, please. It teaches kids that being... No, Dave Klein, please, don't.
Dave Klein doesn't like it.
It's a good movie.
Dave
It teaches
Klein.
kids that being sad is part of being happy.
The show's over, but video extra for the subscribers. Get up and Dave, do like a little.
I'm so tired. You're gonna
Dave Klein, you guys do a little like interpretive dance as we leave. The show is over. You're all allowed to leave, but this is for the video subscribers. Dave Klein, and a rare. What's in the bag?
Show Malisa. Oh, Malisa. Show Malisa. Oh, Malisa.
Okay, now everybody run. Holy shit.
Oh, Malisa. Show Malisa. Oh, Malisa. I say my dance. I step down. I give my face. I give my crown. I give it all. Give it all away. Because I don't own anything.
Dave Klein, everybody.
Just a shout out to the Academy. I got one thing to say. The only thing that fucking put the French Impressionists on the map was because the fucking Academy didn't know what's what. So we gotta look away from the Academy and look to the Stammo. We're looking to the.
Did you get any of that?
It's a good show.